IELTS preparation, higher education vocabulary. Let's explore some essential nouns and verbs commonly used in discussions about university and higher education. Apply to Harvard. Definition: to formally submit an application for admission to Harvard University. Usage: he decided to apply to Harvard to pursue his dream degree. Part of speech. Verb. Context: common in discussions about higher education and university admissions. BA. Definition: a Bachelor of Arts degree, typically focused on humanities or social sciences. Usage: she earned a BA in English literature last year. Part of speech. Noun. Context: used in academic and professional conversations. BSc. Definition: a Bachelor of Science degree, emphasizing scientific or technical disciplines. Usage: he is working on a BSc in computer science. Part of speech. Noun. Context: common in academic discussions and job resumes. Campus. Definition: the grounds and buildings of a university or college. Usage: the university campus is located near the city center. Part of speech. Noun. Context: frequently used in reference to university facilities. Career prospects. Definition: the opportunities for employment a course or degree might offer. Usage: this program offers excellent career prospects in engineering. Part of speech. Noun. Context: used in discussions about job markets and education. Degree. Definition: an academic qualification awarded after completing a course of study. Usage: she received her degree in psychology last year. Part of speech. Noun. Context: often mentioned in academic and professional settings. Dissertation, thesis. Definition: a detailed essay or research project submitted in the final year of university. Usage: he is working on his dissertation about climate change. Part of speech. Noun. Context: common in discussions about higher education. Distance learning. Definition: a method of studying where the learner takes courses online rather than on campus. Usage: she chose distance learning to balance work and studies. Part of speech. Noun. Context: common in conversations about flexible education options. Enroll in. Definition: to register formally for a course or program. Usage: he decided to enroll in a master's program this year. Part of speech. Verb. Context: used in educational and administrative settings. Faculty. Definition: refers to a university department or its teaching staff and students. Usage: the Faculty of Medicine is known for its research. Part of speech. Noun. Context: common in academic and administrative contexts. Give a presentation. Definition: to deliver a talk on a specific subject before classmates and teachers. Usage: he had to give a presentation on climate change for his seminar. Part of speech. Verb. Context: often used in academic and corporate settings. Graduate. Definition: to successfully complete university or a program of study, a person who has done so. Usage: she will graduate next month and become a psychology graduate. Part of speech. Verb. Noun. Context: common in discussions about education milestones. Lecture, lecturer. Definition: a university class led by a professor or a professor who teaches university students. Usage: the lecturer gave an engaging lecture on world history. Part of speech. Noun. Context: widely used in academic settings. MA, MSc. Definition: postgraduate degrees in arts, MA, or sciences, MSc, that follow an undergraduate degree. Usage: he is pursuing an MSc in environmental science after his BA. Part of speech, noun, context, found in conversations about higher education. PhD. Definition: the highest university degree, awarded for advanced academic research. Usage: she earned a PhD in astrophysics after 6 years of research. Part of speech, noun, context, often used in academic and research discussions. Scholarship. Definition: financial aid granted to students, often based on talent or academic merit. Usage: he received a full scholarship to study medicine abroad. Part of speech, noun, context, common in education and financial aid contexts. Seminars. Definition: small discussion-based university classes involving active participation. Usage: we discussed case studies during today's seminar. Part of speech, noun, context, typical in university and professional training. Semester. Definition: a division of the academic year during which classes are conducted. Usage: the fall semester begins in September. Part of speech, noun, context, regularly mentioned in academic schedules. Student loan. Definition: financial support provided to students for educational expenses, to be repaid later. Usage: she took out a student loan to cover tuition fees. Part of speech, noun, context, common in discussions about education funding. To drop out. Definition: to leave or abandon a university program or course before completing it. Usage: he decided to drop out of college after his second semester. Part of speech, verb, context, common in discussions about education and career paths. To lecture in English, to give a lecture of English. Definition: to teach or present a university class on the subject of English. Usage: she lectures in English literature at the university. Part of speech, verb, context, academic settings, particularly higher education. To read French. Definition: to study the subject of French, typically as part of a university degree. Usage: he is reading French as part of his undergraduate program. Part of speech, verb, context, often used in UK educational systems. Tutorials. Definition: small group or one-on-one academic sessions designed to provide extra assistance. Usage: I attended tutorials to better understand calculus. Part of speech, noun, context, university level or specialized education. Undergraduates. Definition: students currently pursuing their first degree at university. Usage: the undergraduates were preparing for their final exams. Part of speech, noun, context, commonly used in higher education discussions. Exercise 3. Part 1. Choose the correct words to complete the sentences. Words: student loan, giving presentations, lecturer, scholarship. 1. In teams can be tricky since you depend on everyone to remember their sections of the speech. 2. I'm grateful I worked a job at university instead of taking a. Now I'm free of debt, unlike my friends drowning in repayments. 3. I believe Mr. Ross is the best. At the university, he wins the top award in every end-of-semester student survey. 4. Without a, from a local charity aiding talented but underprivileged students, Paul wouldn't have attended the London School of Economics. Pause the video and take your time to answer. Answers. 1. Giving presentations in teams can be tricky since you depend on everyone to remember their sections of the speech. 2. I'm grateful I worked a job at university instead of taking a student loan. Now I'm free of debt, unlike my friends drowning in repayments. 3. I believe Mr. Ross is the best lecturer at the university. He wins the top award in every end-of-semester student survey. 4. Without a scholarship from a local charity aiding talented but underprivileged students, Paul wouldn't have attended the London School of Economics. Exercise 3. Part 2. Words. Enrolling in, dissertation, thesis, career prospects, dropped out. 5. Timmy, early on because he couldn't keep up with the academic demands. 6. I'm considering a Greek history evening course at the university nearby. 7. Degrees with strong, include medicine and law since society always needs doctors and lawyers. 8. I chose to center my on exploring the impact of climate change on declining bee populations. Pause the video and take your time to answer. Answers. 5. Timmy dropped out early on because he couldn't keep up with the academic demands. 6. I'm considering enrolling in a Greek history evening course at the university nearby. 7. Degrees with strong career prospects include medicine and law since society always needs doctors and lawyers. 8. I chose to center my dissertation, thesis on exploring the impact of climate change on declining bee populations. Thank you for watching. Give a thumbs up and subscribe for more English practice exercises.